Well, hello, you trader nerds. Welcome in to the greatest place to be when we all trade together right here. Trader nerds, real traders don't trade alone. They trade with their fellow nerds. Heard someone talk this morning that the skew is really high. So I said, hey, let's look at the skew driver and see if there's an imminent crash in the future. I don't see it. It looks fine to me. The skew driver looks fine anyway. Skew may be high at 160, which is high, which means that there is a heightened risk of tail risk, but the skew driver itself does not show it. We are level at 48. That means, if anything, we could probably see a rise to the top rather than a humongous crash to the downside. I ain't scared. I'm going in full blazes, baby. The market is down a little bit, so that's why I played a little free fall in there. Market's down 0.4. It has just broken above VWAP. We'll see if it heads up to there. We've got some more areas that might be a little bit of resistance here. So it looked like it passed through VWAP. We'll see if it can continue above VWAP or if it goes back down. AD is negative 364, which means it will probably go down again at some point, ladies and gentlemen. I don't buy this for a moment. The AD looks really, really nasty. VIX is 1384, which is down from what we were the other day. I remember being 14.29. Now we're at 13.85. So all looks good. We got average volume on the day, and everybody is at lunch except for us, because that's what we do is we trade. We in the Muscadine Mafia session the other day, we drew the big green monster the other day. Oh, I started to say we're below the 10-month moving average, but that's on oil. We don't care about oil. Let's look at this, though. Let's see what ES is. ES, we are above the 10-month moving chart, or 10-month moving average. That means we are bulls away. We are still above the 200 daily moving average, which means bulls away. And the one that I really look at, the exponential 10 over the 20, the 10 exponential moving average is above the 20. It is time to allocate 50% of our buying capital to our strategies so that we will have oversized returns. Let's look at the expected move for the week in the SPX. Expected move for the week. You see, we've been going up, 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 and indeed we are going up again, ladies and gentlemen. So here we are. The expected move for this week looks like we're going to be up, and the high is going to be at about the 450.21. So we're at 49.75 was the high. I anticipate that we will take out the 5,000 level this week on SPX. What are we at on the E-minis now? Let's see. E-minis are at 49.60, so we'll probably take them out on the E-minis as well. So, yeah, everything looks good. Let's get the big green monster. We drew it Friday. So volume profile, let's see what it shows us here. Indeed, this proved to be a little too much. We were overbought for the fair value zone below. Oh, that's an E-minis. We were overbought, and what did we do? We did exactly what the chart said that we should do. We should come back into the fair value zone. Now, point of control is here, so there may be a little bit of gravitational pull to the downside, but we've got a lot of pockets to explore in this area as well. Could very well be just a kind of a flat week. Looks like it to me. So we'll see. This is a 10-day, we look 10 days in advance, and this is kind of what it shows us here. Point of control is always a place where price could go back to, and also the 50% line. And the value area high being where the 50% line is means it is a magnet, baby. Yes, indeed. So let's trade the regular IRA today. So let's see how our regular IRA is doing. Make sure we got the right account here. We have so many. This one is the regular IRA. So let's go and see what it looks like. I changed the other day. I changed the names of these. You say I've got one named Crimson. I changed the names. I'm not sure why it's not updating over here. Maybe I'll call them and see what I've got to do to make it change over here. But I changed the nicknames on these so I could keep up with Roth IRA and IRA. So always look at your GTC orders, make sure nothing's filling. So we've got a long way before we buy some shorts back. And this buying the loans, the 10 there, has a long way until that one fills too. So really nothing to see there. So let's see how our little bitty account is doing today. It is at 70,854. 70,854. That looks good. $70,854. Are you kidding me? Fire up the band, Rico. We are making Bernie Madoff money, baby. We are up 1.29%. Actually, I really need to do that differently, don't I? Because actually, the 1.29% is on the 94,000, not the 70,000. So we're probably doing much better than that. I need to figure out how to do that. Victor needs to tell me how to do that. I can't remember how to do that, but I need to figure out that, hey, because I'm really up more than 1.29%. Huh?
Do what?
Remember how you always tried to tell me, and I never could get it, how to keep up with this. So when you take money out and put money in, that you're
Well,
yeah.
it's gonna take a little more than just a couple of minutes here, but yeah, there is a way to do it. I have it in my
Yeah.
spreadsheet,
Okay,
but
we'll talk about it one day, maybe.
okay.
But yeah, that's something. So I'm really up more than 1.29%, I think. So that's really good. Let's see. So if we were to say, let's pretend we took the money out at the beginning of the month. So that would have been 94,629 minus 25,000. I can't do math in my head. Y'all remember that? So that was 69,629. So if I get me another calculator and I go, we are up, let's see, 1,225 divided by 69,629. That is 1.75%. So that's good. That's Bernie Madoff money there, baby. Come on, Bernie. Bernie, 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 Bernie. Oh, God rest his evil soul. All right. So we are at 78.54. Everything's looking good. Let's look at our Greeks and ratios for the day. And I tell you, I sat last night and the night before last, and I just couldn't sleep. I was so excited about trading, and I was just sitting there thinking, I think I know what I need to do. And I'm kind of excited about it. I'm going to show y'all today. So our deltas are at 79. Our theta is at a nice 90. So 79.90, baby. 79.90. There you go. Over 0.10. Look at there. It's just right. Well, it's not right when I add the fix in there. We're a little strong, but remember, we can go up to 50% buying power. So let's go see how our buying power is doing. We're at 27,600, we'll say 27,600. So, all right. So little Bobby was sitting there going, I like the Sweet Bobby slide. I don't know. We're reducing notional exposure and everything. And I thought, when I trade my accounts, I need to look and see if I can do some Sweet Bobby slides. So you're like, what the crap is a Sweet Bobby slide? Is that a new dance move that Bobby is doing? No, 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 not at all. It's where we take something that is 60 days in, and we got 60 days remaining, and we go, let's slide those things up. So let's just do our blanks here. Here, I'll show you. It's easier if I show you. So let's see if there's any trades that I've been in for 60 days, right? So here I've been in something for 60 days right here. Y'all see this? So I have these naked puts that are out 60 days. We got 74 days left in trade. We've been in the trade for 60 days. Really, you could do it when you've got 60 days remaining in the trade. Let's see, we got anything with 60 days remaining in the trade? No, 102, 74, 60. That's fine. But at some point, you go, hey, man, what about if I were to take these these four naked puts off and reduce my notional risk by actually sliding those up to the same strike as the put debit spread? and making this thing into a ratio spread. Now, it is part of the plan. It's not something that I've added new. This is part of the plan. We're trying not to change the plan much this year at all. We're trying not to touch it really any. So why don't we look at these 3,800s with 74 days left in them, and let's just close them. Okay. So this is the Sweet Bobby slide. So let's go out and let's just close those 3,800s with 74 days to go. So let's go here. Show groups. We'll go to our naked puts and MES. We said 38s with 74 days to go. Where are they at? 78. Here we go. These four here. See those? I don't know why they're in separate little orders or separate little groups there, but let's close these. So let's close the 3,800, 300. Let's go create closing order, buy them back at 475. Looks like the price. Let's go, baby. And we are filled. There you go. I heard it on my phone before I heard it on my computer. So let's go back and let's do the other 3,800s. Here it is. With get all four of those closed. Try to do it at 475. I'm going to bump it up to 475 because I want them all to fill at the same price. Don't fill at 470. Don't fill at 470. Yeah, filled at 470. Okay, that's fine. It'll be off a little bit. I'm gonna put them all in as 475. Didn't the other ones fill at 475? Let's see. Yeah, 475, 470. So let's put them all in at 475. I know it's going to make it a little couple dollars off or whatever. So we go here, we go close and apply. So 475. And we closed them on the year of our Lord, February 5th, in the year of 2024. Did we make some Applebee's money, baby? Yes, we did. We closed those at 70% profit and made us a nice $233.24. So now what we're going to do is, now you're sitting there going, Bobby, this is dumb. Okay, you're moving your risk from 3,800 and you're going to pop this thing back up to this 4,400 strike where the short strike of the naked put. Sure. Why not? But this time, instead of selling four of those, I'm going to sell two of those. Okay. So let's see our put debit spread at 74 days. We're going to sell 4,400. So let's do that. Let's see what delta it is first. 4,400s. 74 days. We said, here we go. And we said the 4,400s, I think. 2, 3, 44. Here we go. So see these that we've got 2, 2, 2. Well, we got a lot there, don't we? So we've got a lot of risk there. But this is part of this 40, this thing. So see now it has come around circle, y'all, that this is now a 7 delta. Now you could theoretically say, let's just keep it 5 delta, and that's fine too. You could do that. I could actually sell the same 5 delta, 5% probability of being in the money. That's fine too. Why don't we do that just to kind of show you what it looks like, just to kind of keep everything really nice and neat. So let's go up and do these 4350s, and that's a 5%. Well, let's do the 4375. Because that's still 5% probability of being in the money. So let's come these. And instead of 4 contracts, we're going to reduce our notional exposure to 2. And we're going to make this thing about closer to 1325. Let's do that. 1325. Sweet Bobby slide. Come on, fill me, baby. Working order. Let's make it less advantageous to us. So we go 1325. We go $13. Come on, fill me. Fill me, dang it. Nothing. So we got to go to 1275. It's okay to be greedy, y'all. I know a lot of y'all are like, I shouldn't be greedy. My mom and daddy said I shouldn't be. That's fine. Be greedy. You got nothing. I got nothing but time. There we go. That's the feel. 1275. So we did the 4375s at 1275. 4375 at 20. I don't forgot it. 4375s at, what do we say? 1275? And we did 2 of these. So let's do MES. And then we'll look see what our new deltas and our thetas are. So we did 2 of these. So we're going to call this. So this was with the naked puts 102, PDS 102. So we're going to say slide. And we're going to call this 102. So I know that it goes with those put debit spreads. All right. So we'll go puts. And we'll go naked. And we went out 74 days to 524. So now let's kind of see what that did to our deltas and our theta. So let's go put him in a group. So here we go. Let's see. Naked puts. Let's go put him in there in that group so we can find him when we need to. This is T-bills. Move to group T-bills and unallocated stuff. Wow, we got all kind of unallocated stuff here. Here we go. So we got a put debit spread. We got a naked put right here. This is the ones I just did it. Naked puts. And we got these that are nakeds. Get everything grouped up. This is put debit spreads. And finally, we got 6 nakeds here. And let's see what this did to our stuff. Well, before we check that though, let's see what our percentages are on here. So this is 89% probability of profit. Won't be long. We'll be taking that off, y'all. Look at this: 91, 88, 86, 86, 83, 73. So, could I close things? Yes, but no need to do it. So now our new delta and our new deltas and our new theta is 8290. 8290. Let's see what that looks like. 8290. So this deltas went up a little bit, and look at there, our theta kind of stayed the same, didn't it? Great. I was hoping that would increase my theta a little bit. So it stayed about the same. No big deal. And you just reduce your notional exposure. Now, does everybody know? I want to make sure y'all know what I'm talking about. Notional exposure is, what if this thing goes to zero, right? So what's this? Let's do that similar order. So we got field here. Create duplicate order. Your notional exposure is if this thing goes to a max loss, right? So if you got a max loss, you've got $43,000 in max loss. That is compared to those four. I forget where they were. Let's see. We closed them. What did we close? So $43,000 maximum loss compared to the 3,800s. Let's go do those 3,800s. And you did four of these. Look at this. Compared to 75,000. Theta was not increased because you went from 4 to 2 countries. That's right. So theta stayed about the same. But look at this, y'all. Do you see how I decreased my notional exposure? So I went from $75,000 max loss, if we were to go to zero, to 43,000. Basically, just snapped that baby almost in half. That is reducing notional exposure by doing the sweet Bobby slide. Have a great day. See y'all tomorrow.